we're a very small studio, and we don't have any ambition to be a big agency. But we're different, I guess, in the sense that we use our interests like music and film, and we use that to, draw on. And so I guess we're original in that sense. When it came to university time, I think I was encouraged to choose design over art purely for job prospects, from a job prospects point of view. But I'm glad I did, because you can still do, creative things with it, and you can still do art on the sides. Well, we're small, so it's just the two of us, and we don't, we use freelancers and illustrators and things like that. Yeah, and I think we just like keeping it small because you get more interesting projects that way. We're not working with any huge corporate clients. We do some corporate things. Yeah, it's just we get more interesting projects. We do a lot of small business design, and we can understand, what they're going through because we started off the same way. So, yeah, in that sense, we're a boutique.
As a kid, I was always into pop music and I liked drawing. I didn't ever have any really fixed, ambitious plan. I just sort of drifted into it, and I drifted into art school, and and it was the time of punk was happening, and I was a punk, and in the very early days, this is, and we just, I don't know, things just drifted along, and we ended up doing punk covers. And it was music which I loved, and I don't know if music is important today as it was then, but it was very important. It was the glue that bound everybody, in the teenage world together. So. Here at Hoof, we do quite a wide range of design because there's a lot of experience between me and Kelsey. So we do, primarily we prefer entertainment graphics. We do a lot of arts festivals, but we still do a lot of music. Not as much as I used to, but when I used to do it, I used to do that in London and when I first came to Australia, but there's just not a budget in it anymore. So we had to diversify. So now we do a lot of music stuff, a bit of music stuff, a lot of arts festival stuff. We also do some corporate stuff, which is less satisfying, but it pays the rent. And we do a bit of web stuff as well. We've had to, we weren't natural kind of web designers, but we've had to sort of accommodate that into our design styles as well. And it's changing all the time. We're always being asked to do new things. I did a lot of jazz covers years ago for this particular client, and we became friendly over the years. And he got involved in this festival in Adelaide. And when I started doing it, it was actually a much smaller thing. But over the years, it's like an extension of the Fringe. It's become massive. It goes for a month. It's a big thing, and they're very creative people. And they're not just about the bottom line is the dollar. They're prepared to pay money to make it look good and have a good quality stock, and they're very interested in making it look different and well put together. This is the first one we did in 2007, and it was just a stock image and that, and it's got a nice look to it, but it was a much thinner program then. Then we went a bit vector on the next couple, and it was like stock images mixed with a bit of playing around. Then there's this one was like a photographic one, and then at this stage we kind of came back into it after a year out, and we got an illustrator to do it, and it's a beautiful job he did. But the next year, because we'd been so deluxe on this one, the feeling was to go really kind of lo-fi on the next one. And this is all sort of silver and shiny. The next one was sort of like printed on reverse board on a very kind of textural cover and a really very basic cartoon. So, there was a feeling that wanted to go opposite of the year before. And this year, this is the latest one, the idea on this one's to make it a kind of photographic, kind of a different look again, because we've done the illustration, cartoon, and back to photographic again.
Well, we like to try and do a lot of stuff off the computer to start with, just so it's much more crafty and creative. And, if you just work from a computer the whole time, it gets very stale, and, there's a lot of things you can't do, you can't create. So we do a lot of painting and just cut and paste and that sort of thing. So a while back, we did a series of repackaging films. They were we called them Landmarks of Cinema, so they're really old classics, and they pretty much gave us free rein to do whatever we wanted. It's just fun because we got to do, like this one, we took images from the film, but we stenciled them and, made it like contemporary sort of designs. And yeah, we could sort of take as long as we wanted and just really have fun with it.
The kind of young designer I personally would like, and I don't know, this is my take on it, is to have somebody who will take direction and will have some understanding of culture. I don't expect them to be great at design or great, if suppose we were employing them, they can learn that. It's more their attitude is the most important thing. What we don't want is cockiness, but we want intelligence. And we want somebody who's prepared to sort of, work at things and pick up and learn stuff from us and work with us. That's probably the main thing. When
I finished university, I was quite naive and, immature, which is probably not what a lot of students are these days. Like Pete mentioned, there's a lot of confidence out there. But I'd probably just tell myself to relax and be willing to learn, because I didn't learn I did learn things at university, but you don't learn anything about the workplace until you're in the workplace. So you have to be prepared to just take on board everything you learn once you start a job and be open and just listen and just absorb everything going on in the space, because the people you're working for have a lot more of a lot of experience and just relax a bit more. I was very scared of, going to new jobs. So I would turn up and be, think I couldn't do it, but you can do it, and it's a learning process. Yeah.